My evil coworker is trying to get me fired for months, so I exposed him and got him fired, ruined his marriage, and watched his life fall apart. But oh boy, it didn't stop there. Austin joined our sales team right after I announced my pregnancy. At first, he seemed helpful, offering to cover my accounts while I was on leave. I thought he was just being a good teammate. I was so wrong. The day I returned from maternity leave, things felt off. 3 of my biggest clients had gone cold. When I checked my CRM, all my notes were deleted. My follow-up reminders, gone. Then I noticed Austin had somehow closed 2 of my deals and taken full commission. I went to our manager, but Austin had covered his tracks perfectly. He showed emails where clients supposedly requested to work with him instead, except I never saw those emails because they'd been filtered straight to my spam folder. That's when the real sabotage started. Austin would delete my calendar invites right before meetings, making me look unprofessional. He'd volunteer to help with my presentations, then talk over me the entire time. Once, he actually told a client I was too overwhelmed with new mom duties to handle their account. I started keeping a notebook of every incident. March 15th, deleted my pitch deck an hour before the call. March 22nd, told the VP I missed quota when I was actually $12,000 over. April 3rd, forwarded my confidential strategy email to a competitor. When I confronted him in the parking lot, he leaned against his BMW and said, "You're barely keeping up anyway. Maybe stay home with the baby." Then he smirked. "Besides, you can't prove any of this." That phrase kept me up at night. You can't prove it. He was right. Everything he did was subtle enough to have plausible deniability. So I got creative. I created a fake client profile. Samuel Kent, CEO of a tech startup looking to spend $50,000 on our premium package. I left detailed notes about the client in my unlocked desk drawer, knowing Austin went through my stuff during lunch. I even left my calendar open, showing the meeting location, a high-end steakhouse downtown. The trap was set. My husband's friend Dan agreed to play Samuel Kent. We booked a private corner table and set up Dan's phone to record everything. Austin took the bait faster than I expected. He showed up 20 minutes early, ordered the $90 ribeye and a $45 whiskey before Samuel even arrived. When Dan sat down, Austin launched into this elaborate pitch, claiming he'd been the top performer at our company for 3 years. He literally presented my sales strategies as his own ideas. The whole meal, Austin name-dropped deals I had closed, taking credit for every single one. He even told Dan that some of the newer reps struggle with big accounts, but I've been carrying the team. Dan played along perfectly, asking detailed questions that made Austin dig himself deeper. At one point, Austin actually said, "I had to fix so many mistakes from this one rep who went on maternity leave." I had everything recorded. The next morning, I walked into HR with the video, my documentation notebook, and testimony from 3 other coworkers who'd also been sabotaged by Austin. The HR director's face went pale as she watched the recording. Turns out I wasn't his only target. 2 other people had filed complaints, but like me, they didn't have concrete proof. Austin was fired that afternoon. They walked him out with security. I watched from my desk as he carried his box of belongings past my cubicle. He wouldn't even look at me. I thought that was the end of it. Sweet justice served. But the universe wasn't done with Austin yet. 2 days later, his wife Kelsey called me. She'd found the credit card statement showing that $90 steak and $45 whiskey, plus 3 other expensive client dinners that week. Except Austin had told her he was fired because of company downsizing, not fraud and harassment. She started digging. Turns out Austin had been using their joint savings account to fund his fake successful salesman lifestyle. $8,000 gone in 3 months on expensive lunches, designer clothes, and golf club dues, all to impress people and maintain his image. Kelsey filed for divorce the same day. She posted about it on Facebook too, and mutual connections started sharing their own Austin horror stories. Apparently, he owed his brother $5,000 and had been lying about paying it back. But here's the absolute best part. 3 weeks later, I get a LinkedIn message from a recruiter at one of our competitor companies. They're doing a background check on Austin, who'd applied for a senior sales position. He'd listed me as his former supervisor and claimed he'd mentored me. The recruiter asked if I could verify his employment and speak to his character. I didn't even hesitate. I told them everything. The sabotage, the fake client dinner, the reason he was actually fired. I even offered to send the recording. They withdrew his offer immediately. Last I heard, Austin is working retail at Best Buy and living in his parents' basement. His wife took the house and the BMW in the divorce, all because he couldn't stand seeing a working mom succeed.